Putin's views on Eritrean news. Hello, viewers. How are you all? Hello, Mr. Sajid. How are you doing?
I am fine, Miss Sharma. How are you? What is today's topic? I think Eritrean president is keeping us busy. Visit after visit, new agenda, new talk about development, about world orders. What is up for today's show?
Well, a couple of days ago, he went to China, and now he's in Moscow, Russia. He's holding meetings with higher diplomats and higher officials. He just had a meeting with the president, Mr. Putin. So my first question to you is that who were the high officials who accompanied him when he went to China, and who went with him on this visit of his in Russia?
Well, we can only rely on official statements when it comes to those details of those who are accompanying him. When Isaias visited China, I remember that Yemane Gebremeskel, Information Minister of Eritrea, shared details of delegation. Yemane said that Usman Saleh was accompanying Isaias Afwerki, who is the foreign minister. And secondly, Minister of Finance accompanied him too. And thirdly, Minister of Trade and Investment too. So that is why we understood back then that visit was focused on economy, about economic relation between Eritrea and China. And by the way, no Ivan Gabriel. I'm a little bit surprised because he is the main man. Perhaps he controls foreign ministry, more powerful than Usman Saleh. But he was missing in China, I think missing in Russia too. Maybe he's not feeling well, an old man. No Ivan at this time too, in Russia. This time, Yemane Gebremeskel said he shared two names only. One of Usman Saleh, foreign minister, accompanying Isaias Afwerki. Secondly, someone who is Minister of Culture and Sports. No mention of any Minister of Finance, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Investment. It means that this visit of Isaias Afwerki is different from his visit to China. Agenda seems to be different, keeping in view the constitution of his delegation.
How did the president of Russia, Mr. Putin, welcome him? And did he say anything about agenda? What was the agenda of this meeting?
Putin warmly welcomed Isaias Afwerki, and he mentioned Eritrean Independence Day. This month, Eritrea celebrated Independence Day. And he mentioned some recent engagements between Eritrean and Russian top officials. We know that Sergei Lavrov was in Eritrea a few months ago. Then Usman Saleh led a delegation. Usman and I think Yemane was there too. They visited Russia. He mentioned the areas of cooperation that the two sides can work jointly, that several agreements will be signed in the areas of economy, trade, investment. But he said there are some other areas too in which the countries can cooperate. And he mentioned, I think, the upcoming Russia-Africa summit too. I think in July, in Russia is hosting African leaders, just like US hosted African leaders a few months ago. And Russia wants to make this summit a big success. Russia wants to show the world that Africa is on its side. That is why Lavrov visited Kenya a few days ago. Lavrov is visiting African countries. And Putin today formally invited Isaias Afwerki to attend the upcoming Russia-Africa summit in July. So Afwerki, I think, will visit Russia in July, I think. And he just mentioned their past relations and hope the two countries will continue their collaboration in different areas of economy, etc.
Well, yes, Mr. Isaias Afwerki talked about economical development when he went to China. Did he mention anything about any kind of development in Eritrea with the assistance of Russia?
Well, Isaias Afwerki seems to be on a global mission in this visit. I think he was pretty focused on learning something from China when he was in China. He visited the local industries there. He appreciated their modernization, their industrialization, and he was there to get, I think, support for revival, for improvement of Eritrean economy. But her agenda seems to be different. Isaias Afwerki spoke a little about cooperation in different fields with Russia in his talk with Putin, but almost 70 to 80% of his talk was focused on new world order. If you remember, when he was interviewed by an anchor in China, the anchor did not mention new world order. But he was quick to talk about new world order, that China should lead the world, and that without naming US West, that they were trying to create monopoly in the world. Here again, Putin did not say a word about world order, new world order, whatever.
That was my next question, because I also think that nowadays his favorite topic is the new world order, and he, as if he's creating a narrative, and that's what he talked about when he went to China. And I really wanted to know, did he mention it here also?
Yeah, that is what he mentioned here, I think, because he did not mention anything else, I think, in his talk with Putin. He focused most of his attention on new world order, while Putin was just listening. He did not say a word. Isaias Afwerki today in his talk with Putin said that world is on the verge of transformation. A new world order is emerging. That efforts by forces to create a unipolar world have failed, and that USSR collapsed. After that, those powers who want to create unipolar world, they saw a chance to dominate the world. So they tried to form a new world order. And that is how they tried to rule the world. They devised political, military, economic, and other strategies to rule the world. They are using institutions like UN and others to monopolize the world. And he said that countries are suffering, their economies are under sanctions, and those who want a unipolar world, they want to impose their will on the world. Countries' sovereignties are in danger. So now it's the responsibility of those who want a new world order that they should unite. Basically, I would say that he instigated Russia today, that Putin should lead the world for a new world order. And he said that there should be consultation. He was proposing something, that that this side, which wants a new world order, should hold discussions. They should reach some conclusions. They should then allocate resources. They should agree on strategies, how to transition the world, how to take the world to a new world order. So he was asking Putin to lead. And he said that it would be mission of the entire mankind, as if Putin was going to lead the entire world. So the focus of his entire talk with Putin was that he was trying to tell Putin that Putin should take the lead. He should take China on board. He mentioned China as well, that a policy of encirclement of China is being faced by China. He was basically telling Putin that Putin should take China on board, other countries like Eritrea, and all should sit at the table. They should agree on some strategies. They should allocate resources, and they should work and collaborate in all fields: military, economy, developing, technology. And that is how they should try to bring a new world order to counter the world order being imposed by Americans and their allies. So let's see how far Putin listens to this advice, this lecture by Isaias Afwerki.
Yes, very interestingly, he didn't take the name USA, but he was, calling USA by using names like forces of dominance, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, so Mr. Sajid, how do you compare his visit to Russia with China?
I think his visit to China was mainly focused on domestic agenda, domestic, little bit global agenda. But this visit is purely focused on a global agenda. He's on a global mission now. He wants to frustrate the US. I would be surprised if he visits Iran or North Korea in coming days. He is trying to frustrate America. He's not happy with American presence in his neighborhood. Americans are in Ethiopia. They're spreading their influence there. By the way, Mike Hammer was due to arrive in Ethiopia today, American special envoy. And interestingly, Mike Hammer is due to attend East Africa Security Conference due to be held in Djibouti. So you see that Americans are building a security bloc as well in the Horn of Africa in the form of these engagements with East African countries, Horn of Africa countries. Eritrea under sanctions. Eritrea does not want American influence. Eritrea wants to tell China and Russia to play their part to lead the world towards a new world order. Can they do it? That remains to be seen. But this visit was more of a global mission than a domestic agenda.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sajid. Any closing remarks?
Visit is ongoing, I think, 4-day visit. So if we have something to add, hopefully, then you'll give some time to the viewers to speak more on his engagements. It's a 4-day visit, but let's hope that he gets something for Eritreans. Obviously, Eritrea is not a major player in international relations. What he is doing, it's out of frustration, it's out of revenge, you can say, because Eritrea suffered at the hands of Americans because of sanctions, etc. But I think he should come out of this revenge mentality. He should try to get something for Eritrean people through this visit.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sajid, and thank you, viewers. Please don't forget to write us. We'll be waiting for your comments. And as Mr. Isaias Afwerki is keeping us busy, so most probably we're going to see you very soon. Thank you, and bye for now. Thank you, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Sajid.